How's it going, people? Hope you're all doing fantastically well. And it's been a while since our last video. But we're still doing things in the background, keeping an eye on the likes of the scammers and bullshitters like Thomas Williams, Kim, and even Tank. Don't really hear much about him anymore. Makes you wonder what's happened to him. So, just thought we'd chuck a video out there, because I said we're still watching their content, and so this kind of made us giggle, really, what this is about, this video. And it's the fact that when Kim mentions Team Bubba in her so-called TV news shows, just shows that we've kind of struck her with a hard hammer. Because why would you give people the time of day, regardless if it's negative or positive, unless you're trying to gain something from it, or because she just can't help but, she's just angered by it. Now, what we're about to share with you is a video from her United News Network from I think it was between the 8th and the 10th maybe of February, which is a bit ironic, really, because it's about the same time 3 years ago, I believe, that when she first brought this subject or topic to her followers, and especially Truth on Integrity, Thomas Williams's cult, where she come forward and said Team Bubba and their so-called leader, David Rare, have been caught trafficking children. They got a website that does some kind of bidding system or some crap like that, and of course labelling Team Bubba as pedos, which it angered the hell out of us, of course, first, because we got families and things, and this is one of the reasons why we like to keep anonymous for the likes of shit that's thrown our way. And it's not just from her followers, the so-called attacks, which I think most people that do get angry with our content is because they don't want it to be true, what we're saying, and that's entirely up to them. But the reason, so some of what I was going to show you in this video is breaking it down into sections of what she's come out with, which is nothing new. Like I say, it's the same bullshit from 3 years ago. She's brought it back to surface, and she mentions it straight after the fact that IPTV subscriptions, or it looks like a few of her so-called customers, have turned off because someone's hacked her IPTV website. And she said, I'll play it, you can listen to it yourself, but she mentioned some familiar faces from the past. Well, she doesn't know who we are, so if she did knew she was, I'm sure she'd put our names out there, and she's got a supercomputer. So how come she doesn't know who Team Bubba are, apart from one person, David Ray, he's not even part of Team Bubba anymore, which we'll go into that in a minute. But so she's come out now because someone's hacked her website, and with ransomware apparently, and asked for $6,000. Otherwise she's going to turn them all in. And then I'll play the first bit anyway, and straight after she mentions about being hacked, she mentions Team Bubba. So it seems to me that she thinks we're connected to her being hacked, which is great. I hope she has been hacked. I hope someone has done it and it's not lies, because it needs to be taken down. She's doing illegal things, and most of the people that follow her are really good people. So anyway, listen to this first section, and I'll come back to you with some comments on that as well.
our UnitedNet.Plus website, which allows for new signups of the IPTV app we have with all the live channels and VOD movies for you. That website is down. It has been hacked. I believe we've found who actually hacked the website, and we have some cooperative efforts going on right now to ensure that that won't happen again. Your service is fine. It's working just fine if you are a subscriber to United Network Plus. The renewals will all go through on time. We have that all covered on the back end. It's just not as automated as it was before, but we have people taking care of all of that in the meantime. It's just a website. I mean, I wish I had a picture of it for you. None of your information was hacked, contrary to what the hacker put up there. They would like $6,000 in Bitcoin to their Bitcoin wallet, which is actually on the website itself, along with their email. I think it was called a Rubby Rash or something like that was the Gmail account that they used. I know, very professional job, I must say. And that will never, ever happen. They also threatened to turn us and all of the people on the website, is what it says, and I wanted to make sure that you're not scared, into the FBI Cybersecurity Division. Well, the head of the Cybersecurity Division there is very good friends with Mr. Melville, and that would fall on deaf ears in 2.2 seconds, so we don't care. We didn't do anything wrong. You hacked our website. You're the one with the ransomware.
So someone's hacked her website, and she looks pretty worried, to be honest, in that. In fact, I think Sunny looked a bit worried at first, but she said, we've done nothing wrong. Even Mr. Melville, Thomas Melville, well, I've done videos on that clown already. We know who Thomas Melville is and what he's done in the past. He's not squeaky clean. Mr. Thomas Melville has a friend over in the FBI Cyber Division. Oh, really? So what you're trying to say there, Kim, is that because he knows someone in the Cyber Division, what is he, a favour for a favour to let it go? Is that what it is? She just talks crap. FBI and Cyber Division. If there really was someone in Cyber Division, he'd be looking, are you doing IPTV? Oh, so it's illegal. Well, it's this crap. She's just full of shit, making stuff up. So, it just makes me laugh. She's very worried that whether they've done this ransomware thing, hacked the front end of her website, that her customers are going to go, I don't want to get involved with the FBI. And I bet they're all switching off. That's what they're doing. They're all going, you've just got to have a little sniff of that, haven't you? Where someone's been hacked. I mean, how can she have her front end of her website hacked if she's a computer genius? Remember, she runs the quantum computer, controls everything, controls DNA. What controls DNA? It maps DNA, all the banking system. And then she's got the Kim system as well. It controls all intelligence and whatever else she said, because I've lost count. I can't remember half the bullshit she comes out with. But she can't stop a couple of hackers from hacking into her. Well, she said old faces, whoever that is. She's trying to, so when she says old, it must be Thomas Williams. He's old. Or is it Tank? I don't think he's intelligent enough to do something like that. So, I think she's either talking bullshit or someone's just hacked it, because that's what people do nowadays. They look for someone that's making money, a paywall, and then they hack them and try and make some money out of it. It's not right. No, it's not. But the fact that they've done it to her, I think it's quite funny. And if people want to do something illegal and put a stream out, it's not illegal for you to watch it. It's illegal to put it out there. And that's what she's doing. But you're funding it if you're giving her your hard-earned cash for that. Anyway, so listen to the rest of this and I'll make some more comments.
And they hacked it at the URL level. So the information on the back end is all intact. Everything is fine. The databases are fine. Nobody has your information, and you're not going to be turned into the FBI. And it's just a scam being run by a few people with let's just say some familiar faces from the past that you might know. How's that? Are actually involved in this situation as well. Just to put that bit of information out there. Yes, we do know. We know who you are.
We know who you are. God, like a witch. Come on. We know who you are. What she knows who the hackers are. Really? Yeah, we know who she's trying to blame for this. It's funny, she knows who the hackers are, but she doesn't know who Team Bubba are, and Team Bubba have not hacked anything to do with her at all. We just put out content asking for people to avoid her, or for Kim to come forward and just admit that she's full of shit and who she is, and we'll never stop until she either comes out and admits to it, and then people can then make their own mind up if they still want to follow her. Because I would say 80% of what she comes out with is made up, or it's copied from other people's content, and that's all she does. That is all she does. So there you go, Kim. Again, you know who the hackers are. You know the people behind who's probably paid the hackers to hack you, but you don't know who Team Bubba are. One person you say you know, David Rare, who's not Team Bubba. He was in our group, as I'll go into that in a bit, but he's not anymore, and he was never a core member. So there you go, Kim. And you only know his name because he emailed you and told you who he was. You don't know it because you've sussed it out because of some supercomputer. Anyway, listen to this next bit.
And also, the good thing that might come out of this actually is that I mentioned there's on the internet. So when you go to look for information about me, you also come up with a Team Bubba person. Now that gentleman's name is actually David Rea. David Rea is a pedophile. He runs a bunch of yes, he does. He runs a bunch of child pornography websites in cooperation with KPMG, which is a very large company. You can look them up. He also, behind those child pornography websites, he also, and I'm going to say something, so I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm a people person. I'm the People Party. But he also runs a human trafficking, child trafficking, sex trafficking ring behind those pornography websites where he sells children anywhere between $10,000 to $16,000 to $17,000. Oh, yes. Now, the reason why I know exactly how this works is because a couple of years ago when I looked into him, like, who is this guy? He just like puts my face up there and says, bad person. I'm like, he says nothing. I'm like, who's driving this?
So Kim says, oh, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm just a people's person. Really? Okay, so how come when you was well in with THI, you was all Trump? All Trump, Trump, Trump. And when you come out and said that Team Bubba has got some kind of connection to Democrat because they stopped our investigation into them. But that'll change. That'll all change when Trump gets in. Why would it have changed when Trump gets re-elected? Why would it have changed, Kim? I thought you wasn't into politics and never have been. You was well on board with Trump, even when you was in Cosmic Voice under a fake name, Christy Adams. Yeah, that's definitely what you was into back then. You was into politics, mentioning Donald Trump all the time. It's only when you came out and started showing your face that you started to say, oh, I'm on the phone to Trump all the time. I pick the phone up, I have a discussion with him. Yeah. We've heard them all. So she says that David Rare he's got some websites. Well, David Rare's not Team Bubba. Okay, David Rare was in the group, as in a Facebook group, as a follower in there, but that's all he was. He shared some information with us, just like all of them do, all members. So every member that's joined up to Team Bubba are, pedophiles, she said. Yeah? But that's quite handy to say, isn't it, Kim? Because most people that get caught out, that are in the alt media, like Charlie Ward, start attacking those that are asking questions and saying that, they're into paedophilia or the CIA or whatever, because you're just trying to put off people from looking at our content. That's basically what it is. And we've asked you, God knows how many times, to put the information out there, not the graphic stuff, of course. If you've got something that you so-called say you've downloaded, you just need to put information out there that links us to this bullshit you're talking about. Now, if David Ray is who you say he is, then that's disgraceful, and I command you, I'm telling you, you should have gone to the police with that. Screw the FBI, just go to the police. You can log a number with them. We asked you for the FBI reference number that you said against Team Bubba. You never did one. It's because you're lying. You've never been to the FBI. I'm sorry, but if I knew somebody, someone, or a website, or whoever was doing what you said they'd done, regardless if their name's Team Bubba or what, I would have gone to the cops. There's no way I'm allowing people to continue doing stuff like that. If this David Ray guy you're talking about is who he is and has done what you say he's done, then it's shocking that you've left it 3 years to continue, and you come out with it today. Well, this month. Why wait 3 years? I mean, it's disgraceful, the position you're in. Surely you say you hold all the purse strings because of the trust and that. You should be telling those people that get this money, you won't get another penny from me until you sort out this paedophilia stuff with David Ray and Team Bubba. That's what you should have done. Why ain't you done it? Because there isn't anything. That's why. And you so-called followers of hers, you believe this shit and you've never even investigated it or asked her, Kim, why haven't you done anything about it? Why haven't you gone further with it? You just believe anything she says. You're just oblivious to it all. It's no different from the bullshit that's put out in BBC. The mainstream media. You believed all that stuff before without any proof, and then you switched off and you thought, I'm upgrading now. I'm off to go into the alt media and listen to these people on YouTube. Well, guess what? A lot of those people are not putting proof out either from what they're saying. Oh, better not tell you. Can't give you any names. Can't give any proof because it's operational. We'll get people killed if we tell. Yeah. Well, I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen not one piece of evidence from Kim, from anything she said. So, Kim, put the information out there. Get the police case number and let everybody know that you've actually done something about it. Because you haven't. Because it's a lie. The reason why you won't go to the FBI is because you made it up. That's why. If I found information on you doing that, I'll be doing a video on it. Absolutely. And I'll be sharing the reference numbers to say I've been to the police. In fact, I would record going to the police to say, look, I'm off down to the local police station to report this person. There's absolutely no way I would sit on it for 3 years. If that's the case, then how can you live with yourself that you've allowed that to continue? Anyway, listen to the rest of this bullshit.
So we downloaded all those files. Some of them were very disgusting, and I'm not even going to talk about it. And we sent them to the FBI. And he lives in Maryland, so we sent them to the FBI. And the FBI called us, and they said, we can't investigate this anymore. And I said, why? You've got all the cyber information. These are cyber crimes. It's global. We found the servers in Latvia and all of those things. Why can't you investigate? Like, what's wrong here? And they said that they got calls from very high-ranking Democratic senators and told not to investigate this crime. So what does that tell you? So this guy is working for those people and attacking me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it tells you.
Higher level ranking Democrats. Yeah. And so this FBI agent said, "Oh, I'm not allowed to investigate, I've been told." Do you know what I mean? How convenient. Because we were pressing her for a case number all this time. Tell us the FBI case number. Come on, tell us. She didn't tell us nothing. Because she was full of shit, lying. So yeah, that's how things play with her. She, you get too close to the truth, or you really hurting her reputation, she comes out with the daggers, with the claws out. Pretty evil, really. She-devil, if you ask me.
So, that being said, it was my pleasure to not go through the FBI this time, but to go through a third-party entity who will take care of the situation in their special way. Remember the group of scientists I told you about?
Oh, I was going to say, is that the enforcer? Who is that third party? Okay, yeah,
that third-party entity of scientists and they are quantum computer people. They know all about all this stuff, so they are actually going to take care of the situation for us. So nice. I appreciate that. And hopefully that will be up and running in the next day or two. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And I'm also looking forward to this person, and I use that term lightly, going away.
So she's got a load of buddies, scientists, that are going to take over the case of investigating who. And they're going to put him away. Quantum computer buddies. It's funny that, isn't it? She just hasn't got an answer to people, ruining her name. That's basically it. Team Bubba, you do a search for me on Google, and you'll see Team Bubba and this guy, David Ray. This has been going on for years, Kim. Come on now, just stop the bullshit. Quantum computer people, nutty professors are they? Yeah, nutty just like you, afraid. It's just a joke. Come on, people that are following her. You don't believe this bullshit she comes out with now. God, it's crazy stuff.
And it's got nothing to do with my videos. It's got to do with what we found in the course of the investigation.
Yeah.
And isn't it funny that a bunch of Democratic senators called to protect this guy?
Gosh.
Makes you wonder who he's providing those children to now, doesn't it?
It's so horrible to even think about, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So don't panic. Everything is fine. We will take care of everything in due time. We'll be back up and running on there again, just fine. Didn't hurt your service in any way, and you're all good. But I just wanted to let you know, in case some of you have seen that, your data was not taken. There was no database taken. All that information is false. It's just some old guy that does this as a side gig, probably gets paid for it. Or maybe he's not getting paid. Maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe that's why he wanted $6,000 from us. But it's like that Ripoff Report website. You've seen that on the internet. Ripoff Report actually has an internal tribunal that you can actually provide correct information. So if someone has posted, Sonny is really a man on there, you can actually provide contrary information. They will take it to their internal tribunal for a sum varying from $50,000 to $500,000.
Oh my God.
And even then, it says in their disclaimer, they will not take the information down, but they will then go ahead and post something nice about you.
Seriously?
Exactly. So there's a bunch of angry ex-husbands, ex-wives, angry consumers, or whatever, that put whatever they want on there, and they'll never take it down. Now, the owner of that website actually did an interview with Forbes magazine several years ago. Now, he gets away with this because he claims he doesn't edit the information. But then he says in the interview and then there's tons of lawsuits against them, and nobody can touch this guy, and nobody understands why. Well, I understand why. Is because he is actually part of the NSA. So that's the NSA's little blacklist on the internet thing, so that if you are a person that is against the royal families, the Illuminati, or the Order of the Black Sun, they'll go ahead and throw your information up there, siphon a little money out of you, and then not really do anything for you. And that site has actually ended people's careers.
I bet.
Their exes get on there, after having a few drinks or something, and post all these weird things like he stole this money, she stole this money. You know how things can get heated in divorces and all kinds of stuff. And or they attack their company so that they can't make any money anymore. And,
wow.
That's all it really is. But it is an NSA-backed site for sure. I think that the servers, when I found them before, were out of Costa Rica. And that's just another one of those Team Bubba kind of people. They have them everywhere. And their targeted individuals often are targeted online as well. So they want to destroy your life, make sure you can't get a job. Everybody does a Google search these days, don't they?
Yep.
So,
wow.
Yep. But we don't care about getting a job in your system, and we're hiring you. So, hey, if you're on rip-off report, that means the NSA doesn't like you. That means we love you.
Maybe that's where we should go for candidates, job candidates. Just go to that site and see.
But we're going to go on there, and that's where we're going to hire people from. I'll bet you that's probably a good idea. Or we'll go to see who else Team Bubba hates on, and we'll hire those people too.
Exactly.
Because then you're hated by a bunch of pedophiles in the Democratic Party. Hey.
Yeah. I wear that as a badge of honor, honestly.
I know. Me too.
So anyone that doesn't like Kim is either pedophile, CIA, NSA. So this website, Rip-Off Report, is backed by the NSA. Or because they say bad things about you, Kim? Is that why? KPMG's a auditing company that does with financial stuff. Now, what, did they piss you off some part of your career, Kim? That's why you've picked them? KPMG? It's just absolute crap. It's embarrassing. I mean, how many times you've mentioned Team Bubba in that clip, in those clips? We must be really hurting you, and I don't know how we can be really hurting you. If we're paid or protected by Democrats, then we're pretty powerful, wouldn't you probably say? You'd probably say we must have some really high-tech equipment that they've given us to make videos and push us right up there in the YouTube algorithm. Well, guess what? If you check out, I'll share with you what we've got in our analytics on our YouTube site. Our highest viewed video, which wasn't even Kim, it was about Charlie Ward, was like 30,000, something like that. I'll share it with you, and I haven't got the exact figures. And that was 2 years ago. 30,000 views in 2 years. Anything about Kim, the highest one was 19,000. I think that was 3 or 4 years ago. So how can we be paid or backed by KPMG, the Democrats, when we've got shitty equipment? Yeah, we do monetize our YouTube channel, so we can, if anything breaks, we can replace it like a mic or whatever like that. But we make peanuts, absolute peanuts. You've got to be in the millions of views. We've got just under 2,400 subscribers. Come on, if we were who she says we are, we'd have 100,000, 1 million subscribers. If they wanted to destroy Kim, they own the internet. They would just take her offline. She's not a dent in their art. She doesn't do anything to them. She doesn't make a dent in their proposals or whatever their plans are. She's either on board with them, putting out disinformation and distraction, because there's a lot of YouTube people doing that. Mix a little bit of truth in there. She's either paid by them to do that, or they just think she's a laughing stock. They don't even know who she is. I mean, Charlie has got more views than her. It must piss her off big time. if you're looking at Team Bubba, she probably wants to be up there in the top of Team Bubba's views. No, Kim, you're nobody. So you can hear my dog. She's getting upset. Yeah. She's upset. Yeah, that's Kim. That's what Kim does to animals. No, it's the postman. Okay, everyone. Right, I'm going to leave you with a bonus. It's another one of the bullshit theories, or should I say, lies. And that's with Klaus Schwab basically saying that he's been cloned. It's funny that. She said that about Trump. She said that about Bush. She said it about a lot of people in the past. So now we've got Klaus Schwab's a clone. It's funny, isn't it? Where's the information then, Kim? Are you going to share any of this with us? I think I'll just make some up. How about Kim is a clone? Because I've heard that. I've heard people say Kim's not the same person. She's been replaced by a clone. It's bullshit. All of it is. Kim's a nobody. Okay? You think Klaus Schwab's been replaced? That's up to you if you believe it. But before I go, you people that are promoting her videos or promoting her, you're doing it for clickbait. That's all you're doing. You don't believe any of this shit. You get her on the show because you're hoping that you better get your audience. A lot of them were really small shows. There's a couple I ain't going to name you. I'm not giving you publicity. You know you are. You're clickbait. You say that, I don't know, I'm just trying to find out the truth and all this. You want her on your show because you saw that she was in with the Q movement at one point, and then she's against the Q movement and the quantum computer. She's on everything. I mean, goodness me, she was with Charlie Ward at the beginning on one of his shows, and they know each other. So, to finish off with, new people that are following her, I totally get it, you're new to the game, but the ones that have been following her for a long time, there's something wrong with you. There really is something wrong with you, that you can't even work it out. That Team Bubba are nobodies either. We're nobodies. Never said we were. But you can look on our websites and check out our YouTube channel and look at what our content hits are. It's very low. So you believe what she wants. She's pissed off because we've made some videos about her IPTV and her subscriptions are down, and that is why. Anyway, listen to this bullshit about Club Swap. Thanks very much for listening, everyone. Please click. No, and I'm not caring about clickbait, but like it so people can see it, and of course share and subscribe. Thanks. Bye bye.
Now, Klaus Schwab, the alleged chairman of the World Economic Forum, did pass last week. And it was kind of up in the air as to whether or not they were going to... that was the last usable clone. And it was up in the air as to whether or not they were going to continue his existence. And the World Economic Forum Steering Committee has decided that we are going to now see another masked man on television. They were not going to announce his death. They decided he was useful, that they are going to use him to perpetuate their plans as the poster child for the Order of the Dragon, because they say that people listen to him and people like him. Boy, they're delusional, because nobody likes him and nobody cares what he has to say except for a few deep state stooges. The CIA is in on it, and as you said earlier in the news report, the CIA is running the mainstream media program, still trying to make an attempt, albeit poor, to hide and mask and perpetuate their programs. So the fact that they're going to perpetuate the Klaus Schwab program is no surprise here. So that's what, at this moment in time, they're planning on doing. So we, unfortunately, will have to see more of Klaus Schwab. Yay, right, guys?